is a new strain of the flu virus, and because we haven't developed an immunity to it, it has more potential to cause us harm. In taxes, our deficit will be higher, and programs like Social Security will be under more strain. And we've been debating this issue for more than a decade. Their decision will benefit about 65,000 workers in the U.S. That means more families will be able to raise their kids, finish their studies, or keep up on their bills with a little less financial stress and strain. Secretary, he will ensure that America keeps faith with our soldiers, increasing their pay, increasing child care, and helping families deal with the stress and strain of war. This, by the way, is a problem that all countries are going to have to deal with at some level, because if medical inflation continues at the pace that it's going, everybody's budgets are going to be put under severe strain. Since we also share an especially active press corps, that relationship is often analyzed and overanalyzed for the slightest hint of stress or strain. We'll be held accountable no matter how long it takes. The information that we recovered from bin Laden's compound shows al-Qaeda under enormous strain.
Our military forces, particularly the ground troops, were under tremendous strain, deployment after deployment after deployment.
When a health care plan denies women coverage because of a pre-existing condition, that puts a strain on emergency rooms, drives up health care costs for everybody.
Even if it was 1862, even if official acts of anti-Semitism were all too common around the world, it was wrong and indicative of an ugly strain of thought. Their communications, recruiting, training, finances are all under enormous strain, all of which makes it harder to plan and carry out large-scale attacks against our homeland. Well, that's not going to be a strain that exists if there is a follow-up operation, because that will not be our responsibility. That will be a responsibility of the Afghan National Security Forces to maintain peace and order and stability in Afghan villages, in Afghan territory.
Jordan historically has maintained open borders and allowed these refugees on a humanitarian basis to come in, but it's an enormous strain on a small country.
It puts a great strain on the resources of Jordan, and it's very important for us to make sure that we're supportive of the kingdom in accommodating all these refugees. It has obviously placed a strain on Claire, his wife, and his two wonderful kids, Hugo and Del. And this all put a strain on their budget. Sanctions are working as intended in putting enormous pressure and strain on the Russian economy. What we're also fighting is an ideological strain of extremism that has taken root in too many parts of the region. So that if and when a new strain of flu like the Spanish flu crops up 5 years from now or a decade from now, we've made the investment and we're further along to be able to catch it.